Alright, what's up guys? It's your boy Too Short Style here, checking in with another video, and today we're gonna be doing another anime review, and this time we're gonna be doing Demon Slayer, Annihilation of the Blade. And yeah, and this anime it was kinda overhyped during like its highest peaks, like some of the best episodes of the series. It was kinda overhyped, but I think like the series did deserve that hype because it's actually a really good series. And yeah, and let's get into it. Naked ways. Alright, damn. First thing first is the plot, and the plot is a young boy named Tanjiro, and he lives in a mountain, and he's also physically gifted. And then one day he does his regular routine. He goes down the mountain to get supplies for his family. Then he come back up the mountain. He found out that his family was slaughtered, his whole entire family. You know, the average shonen protagonist backstory. And yeah, and then after he found out that his whole family got slaughtered, he found out that his sister was alive, and then she was actually turned into a demon. So Tanjiro tries to save the last of his family, so he embarks on a journey to cure her and turn her back into a human. And yeah, and that's pretty much just like the average base plot of the whole entire story. And yeah, then we got the characters of the story, pretty much like the main characters of the stories. And yeah, and first we got Tanjiro. Like I said, he's pretty much just an average shonen protagonist. He doesn't bring nothing really new to the table. Like he doesn't bring, I can't think of none that he actually brings to the table that is new, that I never seen from a shonen protagonist. And yeah, and then also his character doesn't really grow in the story like like usually when a character grows, they go over, like they get over some type of challenge that they couldn't get over, so they end up beating that challenge and they grow as a person. But it was kind of different for Tanjiro. First of all, he started off already being a good person, so you know he didn't have no problems with like just being a bad person or nothing. And you know, he was the average shonen protagonist, so you know each shonen protagonist, obviously like they're brave, they're not scared of stuff, you know, they take things head on. That's the point of being a shonen protagonist. And I think that that kind of crippled him when it comes to him and his character development, because he didn't get that much. The only thing he really grew in was strength, and that was because of the story. He had to get strong, but that also plays a part in his character development because he was already a complete character. But only thing we need to do was just find out more about his character, and we just wanted to see his character grow. That's pretty much the point of his character. And yeah, then his character overall, it was an okay character. Even though he wasn't bringing much to the table, he was still a likable character too, so I get him props for that. And yeah, and then we got Nezuko, his little sister. And yeah, and like it's easy to miss her character development because her and Tanjiro is the exact same. Like every time Tanjiro gets some type of character development, she get the character development too, cause like they practically together and inseparable. So like every time every time Tanjiro gets some character development, Nezuko does get character development too, cause like in a fight where like they was fighting people in the mountains, and they was fighting against the one of the dudes that was part of the I don't know the name of it, the 12 something. And like he was a part of it. And then like you remember it towards the end when we found out about Tanjiro passed, and then we seen Tanjiro, he got some character development because we went back in time and seen what his father did, and like he actually cared about his family and stuff. So he got character development, and the fight was so cool to the point where at like towards the end of the fight, you could have seen that Nezuko, she got her own flashback, and it was of her mama. Like she was more close to her mom than her dad, so it was kind of hard to miss. And plus she got the development right after Tanjiro was getting ready to do like a final attack, and everybody, you probably was hyped for it, and you probably just missed her. and her character development. And that's why I said like it's easy to miss her character development, because every time she get character development, Tanjiro do too, and you be kind of more focused on Tanjiro development than hers. And yeah, also she's a woman of very few words. She doesn't even talk, like, cause she a demon. I don't know if she just don't like to talk or what, but that kind of made the story enjoyable for me, because thank God they didn't make her until like no Lolicon is just being a background annoying for no reason and just being loud in the anime for no reason. So I really like that they didn't do that to her character. So yeah. Then we got Zensu, and Zensu with his character, I loved his character design. His character design was actually pretty cool, especially his ability of electricity. That was very very cool. In my opinion, that's kind of what made his character him. And yeah, then like I don't really got too much to say about his character, because he didn't start to get his character development like all the way in towards the end of the series. That's when he actually started getting it, and we got to see the flashback and stuff too. But like it wasn't nothing too outstanding about his character that caught my attention. And yeah, and then his overall character, he's a pretty good supporting character. And yeah, and then like his character was pretty annoying too at some points. Like his character was like really annoying for no reason, and just being loud for no reason, because like his character wasn't even loud. It just kind of ruined some of the good moments in the anime for me, like personally. And yeah, and then we got Hashibara, if I'm saying that right. And yeah, this a dude with the pig head too. And yeah, he surprisingly, like his character wasn't even annoying to me, and he seemed more like the annoying character than Zensu, but Zensu was more annoying to me than Hashibara for some weird reason. I don't know why. But yeah, and then like I said, with Hashibara, I liked his character design. His character design was pretty clean, with the with the little pig head on his head. And then I liked his swords. His swords was pretty cool too, where he like each one of them chipped like blades, like like a chainsaw, where each one of his blades got like a little gap between them. And yeah, like that was pretty cool to see that. And yeah, and then his overall character, like I said, his character it was pretty cool. Like I said, with Zensu, he didn't really get his character development until towards the end of the story, so it's really not too much to say for him. I read ahead in the manga, and I know what's gonna happen during that time. But yeah, then my likes and dislikes about the series. And yeah, and one like one thing that I really liked about the series was the animation. And the animation, it was like, this is pretty much what made the series. The series is mostly, I say, is the animation and what made people like it. And it's because like the animation, it uses big bulky lines to draw their characters and have their expressions and stuff. And then the anime, like throughout the anime, like I really can't find no moments that where like usually when I watch an anime, I can catch, like, even if it's like real good animations, usually I can check and like catch the anime in a spot where like the animation is bad. But like for this anime, I didn't really see nothing that was really bad about this anime, like in terms of animation. And yeah, like that's what I really liked. And I like the bulky lines too, like I said. And then anime was very colorful too. And then they used kind of like CGI too with the powers. And they kind of like with the CGI, like they didn't mess the CGI up. The CGI was actually good. It was on like a few moments where I can say like the CGI didn't look good, but like most of the time the CGI was actually a good thing, and they added extra detail to the anime, in my opinion. So yeah, and that's why I think the animation crew on this team, or whatever studio that was animating this, they did a real good job. And yeah, and props to them. And then one other thing I liked was the character designs. The character designs were like pretty good too. And yeah, like they I pretty much, like I said, I like Zensu and Hashibara character designs, and I also like a bunch of other people character designs. Like I forgot the name of it. It's like the like it's the 12 demon slayer people that's like real high up and like they like the best at slaying demons. I can't remember the name for the life of me, but like their characters are like very different in terms of the color of their hair and just their personalities alone. They're very different, so I give them props for like the character designs in this anime too. And then one other thing that I liked was the villains characters designs too is actually pretty cool. And yeah, and then one other thing that I like too, and what kind of really made me like really want to kept watch like keep watching series and reading it in the manga too, was the power system. The power system, it was pretty cool. And like I really can't remember too much about the power system, but like I know what they can do and stuff. Like I like the blades. Like you every time you become a demon slayer, you get a blade, and then you get to like see whichever one you like when you get your blade turn a different color. That's pretty cool. And then demons, they got demon arts, so and it can be a plethora of things when it comes to demon arts. Like Nezuko, she like uses like her blood explodes. That's what they call, I think, the demon exploding or something like that. And yeah, then Tanjiro powers are pretty cool too. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a water attack, and that's pretty cool too. And like the power system, I don't know if it's complex or not, because they didn't really go into detail in the anime, but I still like the design of the power system. And yeah, hopefully when I read the manga, they go in way more detail. And yeah, then one other thing that I liked and kind of disliked was the comedy. The comedy was on point. I actually enjoyed the comedy, but one thing that I didn't like about the comedy was Zensu's character and him just being so annoying in the anime to me. And like some moments in the anime, he kind of ruined the comedy for me, but then at some moments in the anime, he kind of made the comedy for me too, because he was actually funny. So like it was like a double-edged sword with like Zensu and his comedy. And yeah, and then another thing that I like was that the characters' backstories was actually well done. Like they was really well done. I'm like, each character, they got their own backstory, and their backstories were pretty cool. Like Tanjiro, he's the MC, so we already know most of his backstory. And then Nezuko, we know her backstory, but then we got to see Zensu backstory. And Zensu, he only can use one type of technique, and then his grandfather told him that since you only can use one type of technique, then you might as well master that one technique and make it so good to the point where it's better than all the other techniques, because you master it at that level. And yeah, and then we got to see some of the villains, like the villains that you thought were just gonna be throwaway villains that was just in the way of Tanjiro in his journey. They just put them in there just to be in the way of him completing his journey. But them villains was actually had good backstories, and we got to see like most of their backstories, and their backstories were pretty good. And yeah, like everybody backstory was like, I can't even like, that's one thing that made the anime for me, was everybody backstory is very good. And yeah, like that's like one thing that I think that the Roa, even though I'm bringing up the Roa in the Demon Slayer anime review, but the only thing that I think the Roa messed up was the Roa, like with their characters, they didn't like the side characters that just supposed to be in the way of the MCs from completing their journey, was that not every character had a good backstory. Like that's one thing that kind of killed it for me. And yeah, and I'm gonna leave off that tangent and come back to the Demon Slayer review. And yeah, and then one other thing that I didn't like was one thing I didn't like was the MC and him just being an average shonen MC. Like cause like Tanjiro, his character, he was very noble, brave, and righteous, and just didn't give up. And that right there kind of made me mad, because they didn't go enough into his character to tell us why. Like they did go into his character and his backstory, but like everything we seen in his backstory, he don't got no type of motivation to be working so hard as he did. I know your family got slaughtered and stuff, and we didn't get to see what type of relationship he had with all his siblings or his mama, because they pretty much died like on the first episode. So yeah, and like But like that's one thing I hate about shonen characters is they give them that same personality. Like they give them the Goku personality, like which I like. That's what I like to call it. But like they give them their personality for no like most characters. They don't even make sense for them to have that. Like Tanjiro could have been like a totally different person, but at the same time, I kind of like this because, like in Tanjiro's case, this kind of does apply to his story because he has a strong bond with his sister. So I kind of see him having like this type of personality, but like other shonen characters having like the noble personality. I'm like, you just stop it, cause like he's like we never seen a shonen character where like they was evil, or they don't have to be evil. They just can be like, I want to protect myself. I don't have to defend everybody I come across. Like, just don't make the same, same character over and over, like the Goku character, like that. Like, this is what I mean by that. And yeah, like I said, I went off like on another tangent. I'm very sorry. This is Demon Slayer review, but yeah. Then we got the MC and his sister's relationship, and their relationship is what kind of made the anime because him and his sister practically had to go through a journey and get over challenges just to get where they were, and they really struggled, especially in the beginning, because Tanjiro, he was too weak, and then his sister was pretty much just they didn't know what to do with her and stuff. So like their relationship was very strong, and their relationship was very believable, even though like we didn't see Nezuko and Tanjiro when they was like younger. We didn't get to see them in like they how they acted around each other in their relationship. But like from the beginning of episode 1 all the way to episode 24, you can tell that they built a relationship from that time all the way to episode 24, and that's why like their character and their relationships were so believable, because they was kind of like how I put this, they kind of grew together. Like I said, like with their characters pretty much just grew together, and they what made the connection. And yeah, and then the villain kind of pointed that out when they were going up against the little spider dude and the dude and his sister, and he said like he wished him and his sister had the type of bond, and he kind of pointed out that they had like a very strong bond. And yeah, and then one other thing that I really liked was the villains. And the villains in this anime, they was pretty cool. Like I said, most of them, they wasn't throwaway villains. They had good backstories. Their designs was okay too. So like each villain, the only villain that I had a problem with was the main villain, and it's because we didn't get to learn nothing about him. Like we go from one episode where this man is looking like Michael Jackson, the next episode he a woman. Like like that's practically how it was. I'm like, bro, is you gonna be a woman or a man? Like just choose your gender. And like if you want to look like Michael Jackson, you don't have to look like no woman. But yeah, and I don't know, like the villains, they was like I said, they was great. The only villain that I didn't like was like the main villain on the story, and I think the only reason why I didn't like him because they didn't really explore him that much in his backstory or nothing. I don't think we found out that he had a family, and he probably just using that family as prop, so demon slayers wouldn't come and just straight up try to kill him if they knew who he were and he was right there. And yeah, and then my thoughts on the anime is that one thing is that the anime, it gives something to each viewer. Like any viewer out there, any anime viewer, if you come for the overpowered MC, if you come for the story, or you come for the plot, the characters, or whatever you come for, this anime will provide it with you. The only thing I can't think of is probably romance, and this dude kind of have a sister complex. So yeah, but like if you coming for like any type of thing, whatever you coming for, this anime will provide it for you, and you probably won't be disappointed. And yeah, then another thing was that at one point I think this anime was overhyped. I'll probably say from episode 1 all the way probably episode 10, this anime was low-key kind of overhyped. But the only reason why I think people was overhyping this anime so much was that we haven't got a good anime in a long time. Like just the whole, like everybody could watch it. Like we haven't got a good anime like that. The last anime I probably can think of where everybody was just watching it and it just got big was My Hero Academia. Like that's the last anime, and it was back in 2016 when My Hero Academia got big, and yeah, like it's been big anime between it, but it haven't been to the point where Demon Slayer, like everybody can watch Demon Slayer and like it and enjoy it. So that's why I'm saying like we haven't really got to see like no big anime in a while, and just an anime that everybody could watch. It like we haven't got one, so that's why I think it was overhyped to the point where it was. But yeah, and hopefully this anime does end up doing good and becoming big, and probably becoming bigger than My Hero Academia. Or you know, if it does get to that level, I don't think it's gonna get to that level, but hopefully it does one day. And yeah, or hopefully it gets to like one of the top 10, like, or I type like the top 5 shonens, because you know, like the top 5 shonens right now is probably like My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Seven Deadly Sins. I can't think of no other ones. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Don't judge me, and I'm not putting Boruto in that top 5 either. So yeah, if you was looking for Boruto, it's not here. So leave. But yeah, and then another thing is that I wasn't the biggest fan of this anime, like I said, because everybody was overhyping it, and I was like, this anime wasn't like, because I remember I watched like the first 5 episodes. My friends kept telling me to watch it, like this is one of the best anime ever. I was like, okay, let me watch. I watched. I'm like, yeah, it's good. It ain't to the point where it's godly level, and it's just amazing. I was like, y'all overhyping it. And everybody was like, man, just be quiet, bro. It's good. You don't know what good anime is. And then like towards like then like everybody, like most people started to recognize that this anime was overhyped. But then once they got to that arc where they went to the mountain, the anime kind of wasn't, again, the anime kind of did live up to the potential of that arc, that little tiny arc. And the training arc was pretty good too. I don't know why I didn't really like the training arc, but everybody else, they really did. Like they took that in, like they drank it like it was water. Like they really loved that training, or that little training arc where it was like, I think it was like 4 or 5 episodes. And yeah, then they also getting a movie too. If you didn't know that, Demon Slayer getting a movie, and it's gonna be like a little training arc. Then season 2 probably gonna kick off with the story of the MC being, you know, already at that level where he can compete with the higher level demons. And yeah, and then that's pretty much it about my thoughts and stuff. I'm sorry I went on like that little tangent and stuff, but yeah. And then if I had to rate the anime for characters, I give it a 8 out of 10. The characters, like I said, the characters were pretty great. The characters, like, I remember one person said the characters were deep. You can say the characters were really deep, but I don't think they was that deep. Their backstories were okay, and their backstories were actually amazing. And then they were believable characters. And yeah, and then the plot was pretty basic, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. You know, we never seen nothing like that, but we kind of did seen a few anime like that before. So yeah, and I said like that's pretty much like an average plot to like most stories nowadays. And yeah, because you know, like the role was the exact same. The role kind of had the same exact plot, pretty much. And it was just, they just involved different things, the different end goals. And yeah, and then for world building, I give it a 7 out of 10. The world building, they really didn't like when it came to like going to different places. They didn't really go to too many different places. Like we kind of know that they in kind of ancient China, but they kind of to the point where they know about trains. They know like they know about like I wouldn't say modern day civilization, but it's kind of mixed in with modern day civilization and ancient China civilization. It's kind of mixed in together, so I kind of think like that kind of expands the world too. But yeah, and like I said, I don't really got too much to say about world building because they didn't really do too much on that. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. And then the biggest thing is the anime is the execution of the plot. And the execution of the plot, I give it a 9 out of 10. It was great. Like usually when you get like a plot like this, you think it's gonna be an average, boring plot, but they actually like flipped the plot on his head and made it more about Tanjiro and his sister's relationship and trying to overcome hardships together, because their whole family pretty much is dead, and they're just trying to survive in a world where they're two little kids that pretty much don't know nothing about the world. So yeah, and it's pretty cool to see how they execute the plot. And yeah, then the animations, like I said, animations 10 out of 10. The animation was completely great, through and through. I didn't like see no blind spots where like the animators probably messed up a little bit. The only time I could see the animation mixing up was during the comedy scenes, but the comedy scenes are pretty much like supposed to be kind of wacky when it comes to the animation. So yeah, and should you watch this anime? I'll pretty much say yes. It's an amazing anime, and even if you don't like these type of anime, if you come in with a clear mind, you'll end up liking the anime. And that's why I said this anime, pretty much anybody can watch it. It's kind of like My Hero Academia. Anybody can watch it and love it. And yeah, and I know this video gonna be over 26 minutes long, and I'm sorry for that, but like I actually had a lot of things to say about this anime. Even though I didn't have like too many dislikes about the anime, I actually liked a lot of stuff. And yeah, and then like if you add all it up, you get an 8.2 out of 10. The anime was very good. And yeah, and like I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece yet, but like it's like if it keep going the way it's going, it's gonna get there at some point. Like My Hero Academia gonna become a masterpiece at some point. Like you just gotta give it time. Like, and like I'm not even about to go on that tangent that I was finna go on, but yeah, and I'm finna get ready to end the video. You already know it's your boy Twitch Style. Leave a like, leave a comment. You already know, hit the notification bell, and comment on the video, whatever your thoughts about it, or if you disagree with me on something. And yeah, and then you already know it's your boy Twitch Style, and I'm out.
To the tune, till I'm dead. Don't want